Hello, I'm Yazulal and welcome to the world of business and e-commerce. I hope you have watched the last video which was on different types of business. It was partnership, sole trader and company. We have some more types of business which will be in the next video, but in this video we will be talking about a business model. We learned about public and private company in the last video. So if you have not watched the last video, the card will be here somewhere. So click on it and watch it now and then come to this video. So this is basically the analysis of the business model of Zomato, which has recently launched the IPO. So we will be analyzing that is it worth investing in the IPO of Zomato. So we will look at it in the next part, in the last part of the video. So watch till end and let's start. So Zomato, it's a very well-known company, right? It is there in everyone's phone, so you can place an order anytime you want, anywhere you want. So let us see from where did the owners get the idea, from what did they observe in order to make a very successful brand named Zomato. So let's start. Okay, so these are the two owners of the business, Dipinder Goyal and Pankaj Chadha. The two owners started the business. They were the one who actually initiated the idea. Now, from where did they get the idea? Starting a business is difficult, but it can be simplified if you observe things, okay? So, if you are in a place, you need to observe what is the problem. Okay, so if you get a problem, how can you solve it? Okay, after getting that idea, you can actually start a business. And this is the success story where a small idea of delivering food is now such a big platform and with such a well-known popular platform. By observation, they actually generated a plan. Now let us see how did they observe. So first of all, this Bain and Company is the company in which they were working. Okay, so the owners, the two owners, Dipinder Goyal and Pankaj Chadha, were working in a company named Bain and Company. Now, what happened in this company? In their lunch break, they used to see that people were standing in queues and waiting for their order to be placed in the restaurant. Okay, so because they saw that, now as an observer, they actually grabbed that idea and tried to solve that. Now was the pioneer of the business, the roots of the business, from where the idea generated. Now, because they saw people standing in queue, they thought that why can't we solve this problem? So what did they do is they made a website. Okay, so Zomato application, what you have in your phone, was originally a website. Foodie Bay was the name of the website. Okay, so what they did do is that they took the menu card of restaurant, they scanned it and they put it on their website. Okay, so what people can do is they can go on the website, okay, type in the restaurant's name in the website, they can see the menu card and they can place an order from that website. Okay, so Foodie Bay was the original Zomato. Okay, but what happened is Foodie Bay was a website. Okay, so because it was just a website, initially there were many people who got attracted to this. Okay, because you can easily place an order. If you want your food to be delivered in your lunchtime, you can just place an order right now sitting in the office. So this was a very brilliant idea out of that observation. Okay, so from that, people get attracted towards this type of business, and so because there were so many customers, the website started facing traffic of people. Okay, because there were so many people getting into the website, it was slowed. Okay, so what did they do? They launched the instead of website, they launched an application which is there in your phone right now, right? Zomato. So this was the whole idea from where the Zomato application was discovered. Okay, so initially it was a website, and then because they faced some issues related to website, because there were so many customers now, they started an application named Zomato, which is there. Okay. Now, so they initially started in Delhi. So the website which was there was originated in Delhi, and they found so many customers in Delhi that they launched an application. Okay, then they grew to Kolkata, Mumbai, and Bangalore. Of course, how can they grow? How can they form a website? Okay, they need investment. Okay, which was the requirement of the business, which is there in the first video. Go check that out as well, because any business requires some investment, which was the part of basic requirements of starting a business. Finance is the basic requirement. So from where did they get this finance? So these are some of the highlighted investments which were made into the business. Sanjeev Bikhchandani was an investment who invested in Zomato through this company named Info Edge. Okay, so Info Edge invested in Zomato in year 2010. Okay, in year 2010, Info Edge invested in Zomato. Okay, then comes the second round funding. Okay, so then they got another funding which was 3.5 million by Sanjeev Bikhchandani through Info Edge. Okay, which was in 2013, and third was 10 million US dollar. Of course, if you are now, these investors generally try to analyze, okay, now will this kind of idea work? Okay, so they analyze, okay, this idea will work, they are sure about it, then they will invest. So you need to make your business model and your business future plans so strong that you get investors. Okay, so they easily got their investor, and because of these investments they tried to grow further, and now they are actually delivering all around India and also out of India. Okay, so Info Edge held 50% of share in startup. Okay, so in startup the investment, 50% of the investment was by Info Edge, Sanjeev Bikhchandani. Okay, so this way they got a kickstart to grow their business. Okay, Zomato is only, okay, now talking about the IPO. Okay, so from 14th to 16th is their first window of IPO, which is released by Zomato. Now it is a public limited company. Okay, public limited company. If you have not watched the last video, first watch that and then coming on. Okay, so what is public limited company? I'm not repeating, just go there and watch it. It's somewhere here. Okay, so Zomato is not only a food delivery business. Now you will be thinking, how it is a food delivery business? It is not only food delivery business. It has expanded, it has branched into so many other activities. Okay, let us just see. Okay, I have broken down it into two parts so that we can learn it in a simple form, and that is what our motto is, to simplify things. Okay, so it is from B2B and B2C. Okay, now what is B2B? It is business to business service. Now business to business service, what do you mean by this? Okay, so Zomato is transferring its service. So Zomato is a business transferring the service to another business. Okay, giving service to another business. So that is a business to business source of revenue. Zomato is giving food delivery to consumers. That is normal thing, what you and me order when we are hungry. So that is B2C. Business, which is Zomato, is delivering food to its consumers. Okay, so business to consumer, business to business. These are two major subdivisions from where they get revenue. Now let us just study it in detail. Okay, so business to consumer, let us just look at it first because it is very simple and you also use it. Okay, so business to consumer. So B2C is business to consumer. How Zomato gives so much discount? Okay, let's just do it afterwards. First, what is business to consumer? What Zomato does is, if you have not, again, one more video I am plugging in over here. If you have not watched Urban Clap video, it is somewhat similar, so you can watch that also with this, okay? So it's somewhere here again, okay? So what Zomato does is, the price in the menu card of the restaurant plus Zomato adds its own commission which it takes, okay? So the total price is shown on Zomato application, okay? So if you get that notification 60% off on Domino's, 50% off on McDonald's, okay, what Zomato does is they give discount, but this discount indirectly you are paying for it, okay? So what Zomato does is they increase their commission price, okay? They increase their commission price and then they give you discount, okay? So this is a very typical idea, and then they give you discount, so indirectly somewhere you are also paying. Now it's not only you are paying for that discount, it is also the business or the restaurant which is running, they also pay some amount. Why they pay for it, or they are okay that they are giving so much discount, okay? So what is the idea behind this is, if you are not going to the restaurant to eat, okay, so their table is free, their waiters are free, okay, so some overhead expenses which are there are reduced. So what restaurants do is, okay, he is going for delivery and they don't have to actually make a person busy to deliver things, okay? So what the mentality of restaurants is that they will allow to go, because they know in current period Zomato is also bringing them some business, right? And a very good amount of money comes from Zomato, okay? So what they do is they give discount because their expenses are reduced, right? So because their expenses are reduced, from their side also they are slightly lenient to it, okay, towards the cost, okay? So Zomato takes the advantage, okay? यहाँ से भी कम मिल रहा है, यहाँ से भी they can take money. So what they do is they charge slightly higher, give 50% off, and then you place the order, correct? So this is the way Zomato earns, okay? So menu price of the restaurant plus price charged by Zomato, total comes to Zomato menu cost, okay? So please don't fool yourself. If it is a 50% discount, somewhere or the other way you are giving it from your pocket, okay? So let's move. And there are some other services from business to consumer. So we are learning business to consumer. Please keep in mind. So first is subscription. So this is the first image which says subscription. Okay, sometimes the Zomato Gold and all that. So people subscribe to these things. Okay, because if you subscribe, you get points or you get discounts. Okay, so subscription, so that the customer is tracked. Okay, now the customer will come again, they know if they are giving them subscription. Okay, so it is a kind of trapping the customers. Customer loyalty or loyalty services. Now if you are placing order very frequently from Zomato, okay, so you might get some loyalty service. Okay, if you have taken a subscription or you have Zomato Gold, okay, so they will take care of that customer more, because you know he is going to place order again and again. Okay, frequently the customers who are placing order very frequently, so they get customer loyalty or loyalty services. Book a table, again one more thing, you can book a table in a restaurant through Zomato. Okay, so that is another B2C service what they provide. And then we have, of course, delivery services or priority delivery services. Okay, so sometimes in Zomato Gold you get an option of priority service if you have placed so many orders or something like that. Okay, so this is a way in order to just butter the customers or just taking them closer to your application and just trapping them in. Okay, so basic business to consumer, this was very simplified version, and this is the basic idea how do they work. Okay, so that is one way of getting revenue. Now the second way of getting revenue is business to business. Okay, this is not known by most of the people. Some people, yes, they do know if they read a lot about these kinds of startups. Okay, first is online advertisement. This I think many people know. Online advertisement of a restaurant, if restaurant wants its name thoda sa upar, they want their name at the top, okay, so they may pay more, right? They may give some money. Then comes Hyper Pure by Zomato. Now what Zomato does is that they deliver organic food, okay, without fertilizers and pesticides, crops, basically not food, crops. So organic crops are delivered from these organic farmers to restaurants, okay. So this is delivered, okay, so restaurants get their organic food, and outside these restaurants what is written is Hyper Pure inside, okay. So this means that you will get food made out of organic material, okay, organic vegetables, organic, basically everything which is organic is taken as raw material and then it is cooked for you, okay. So delivering these goods, these organic crops, these organic vegetables to the restaurants is done by Zomato. So business to business is paying Zomato, which is a business, for advertisement. Crop growing farmers, which is one business. So Zomato is helping the farmers to transfer their crops, and Zomato is also helping the restaurants so that they are getting their raw material. So it's a middleman service, okay. So that is also done by Zomato. So these are business to business services. Then comes business consultancy. Now what is this? Very smart play. So if you are running an application, so you have so much data, right? Because you are running an application in which you have so many restaurants. So if I will start a new restaurant, I can go to Zomato and ask them, can you give me some secondary data? Now what is the secondary data? Pre-prepared data, okay. So data which is already prepared, in which location people are placing more orders, in which what type of food people are liking nowadays. So all that things which are hard to find as a new business, because you have to invest so much money, you have to go to different houses, you have to take some surveys and all that. That is very difficult job, and it will not give you a sure result that go doing surveys, and it is not that these surveys will give you appropriate outcome or 100% good quality outcome, okay. So Zomato has a well-defined data or a foolproof data, because they know that where people are placing more orders, what kind of food people are liking nowadays, because they are the middlemen and they have all the data. So what they do is, if you want a business consultancy, you can go to Zomato, take this secondary data, and you can try to apply it, and then you can design your future plans for the business. So business consultancy, it is Zomato as a business is helping another business to business service. Last is Zomato white label. So what Zomato white label does is, now Zomato itself has a website. Now they know how to make a website. Zomato retake white label. So Zomato has itself an application. So they know how to make an application. Everything is ready with them. Now what they can do is, they can go to different. They can approach to business who wants application. Okay, so if I know how to make application, I can go to the business and ask, if you want to make application, I am there. I can make an application for you. You just give me money. Another source of revenue. Okay, so these are the sources of revenue from B2B. B2C you have already understood. Okay, now let us talk about the IPO. Okay, so very hyped topic. Okay, very well known topic. IPO of Zomato. First of all, if you don't know, Zomato's IPO or Zomato is giving out its share in only BSE, that is Bombay Stock Exchange. It is not there on NSE. Okay, so first of all, if you are in that idea that Zomato is on BSE and NSE, no, Zomato is only on Bombay Stock Exchange, not on National Stock Exchange. Okay, so that is the first point what I want to clear. Second point, Zomato, because as I told you, even though they are getting a lot of investments and because they have got a lot of income and growth, everything, but still it is recovering its losses. Okay, Zomato has not completely recovered its losses. Okay, because of that, they have not got more position, or they have not got enough volume of shares for retailers. Now what do you mean by this? Okay, so in a stock exchange, if you have someone in a stock exchange who is making a day-to-day trading, okay, who is doing day-to-day trading, okay, he or she is not doing like for many people, or he or she is not doing a very big investment. Okay, so that day-to-day trading are called as retailers. Okay, retail, as you know, retailers are what they buy in small quantity. Okay, so similarly in a market, in a stock market, these retailers are people who buy in less quantity, or they are doing it for themselves. Okay, so it's not like a very big thing. Okay, so these retailers, so only 10% of the total stock volume is for these retailers. Okay, so that is the first thing. So it is very difficult to get that share, because it is only 10%. Now why have they only kept 10% of the volume for retailers? Because they have not recovered all the losses, and so there is a particular amount of 3 years interval, you have to make a particular amount of profit, then only you get that position. Okay, so because of that, only 10% of their total volume is open for retailers. Okay, they have not got that position. Okay, so that is why only some part of it is for normal retailers. Okay, and one more thing is that it is a new era altogether. Okay, startup is in a stock market, that is a new era altogether, and this IPO what they have released, okay, in from 14 to 16, okay, this IPO is a very big step altogether. Okay, so converting to public limited company is a big step. Now it is, if you are talking from a short term perspective, okay, from a short term perspective, it seems that stock price might go like stable, it will not rise. Like, you can't say that okay, it will rise like this. No, it will, I think it will go static for some period. Okay, it will just go like straight for some time. Then I guess in long term it's all guesswork analysis from what the business looks like. So we saw so many things, right, about the business, so we can get to know more about it, right? So we will be analyzing it in another video, because in the next video we will be doing some public sector organizations. It will just take around 10 minutes. So in the next video we will start with this, and then we will jump to public sector. Okay, so for now I hope you liked this video. So if you liked it, please share, comment, subscribe. Please subscribe. Wait till the next video comes, which is next Saturday.